Okay. So welcome everybody to our team call. I'm excited to see lots of smiling faces and some not smiling faces, Mike. But I've got some really cool stuff to share with you guys, and hopefully, as I made mention in my post, Mike has not actually been on our calls lately because he's been doing the Knox County Sheriff Reserve Academy, so that's been taking up his evening. And so like a while ago, he used to be on the call all the time, and he would like share some little input here and there. But anyways, he's definitely been along by my side for every part of this journey. Sometimes where I wanted to give up and he was the one telling me, no, you got to do it. And then other times he was like, what are you thinking? So it's always a good balance with us. But I'm going to go ahead and do screen share. Keynote. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Just do like a thumbs up. Okay, cool. All right, so the Journey to Success Club 10 legend, the who, what, when, why, and where behind this goal. Okay, so who am I? Well, I guess I'll just start off with the basics. I am Jenn Greenberg. I am the founder of the Fit Family Network. And what I want you to know, especially relating to this goal, is that I've always been just a very ordinary girl. Like, I'm not one of those people that everything I try, I'm really good at. Like, you know how there's those people where they're like, oh, I've never touched a golf club in my life. And then you take them golfing and they like do amazing. And you're like, whatever, I've spent 2 years getting lessons and I suck. And then this guy comes out and the first time he ever plays, he does amazing. You know, those people. Well, I've never been that person. Like, I've always just been very go with the flow, very middle of the road kind of person. Fly under the radar type. Like, you know, I never was that good at anything really. Like, well, I was good at school. Like, I graduated with over a 4.0, but other than that, like, I was always just, you know, middle of the road. I'm a constant quitter. Even to this day, I come up with all of these really cool, fun ideas that sound really great at the time. Like my most recent one, you guys may have watched my video about my 10K training, my couch to 10K, and I was like super pumped about it. And I think there was only like 6 or 8 weeks left before our 10K. So I like fast forwarded to week 6 of the couch to 10K training, and I did day 1, and that's about still where I'm at 3 weeks later. So that's my most recent thing, but I have a whole history of stuff like that. Like, I had this one great idea where I was going to do a cook through the book challenge. So I got this like healthy cookbook from Jada De Laurentiis, and I was going to cook every recipe in the cookbook, start to finish, kind of like a Julie and Julia type thing, if you've seen that movie. And I think I did maybe 2 or 3 recipes from that, and then that idea went to the wayside. I, you know, at one point was going to be a taekwondo sparring person, and the equipment is still sitting in the garage, wrapped up, never been opened. So I'm a habitual quitter. I'm a procrastinator. I wait till the last minute to do things. I don't always prepare for things like I should. And I am somebody that has very limited belief in myself. And some of these are still true today, and others of them I'm working on. And I wrote them there because I want you to know that these are all issues that I have to deal with myself on a regular basis. Like, you would not, like, sometimes you wouldn't even believe some of the conversations that I have to have with my mentors, with my husband, with Scotty, with my Success Club group, you know, some of my accountability partners that are coaches. We have chats every Monday. And some of the things that I have to tell myself, like, I can do this. I have people that see me as a leader, and I need to be reminded of these things all the time. But at the core, these are the things that I have to work on with myself. Okay, so what is Success Club, All-Star, and Legend? Well, All-Star is basically getting Success Club for 12 months in a row, Success Club 5 or Success Club 10. And then Legend status is getting it for 24 months in a row. So this is my current screenshot from my back office. You can find your history by going into your online office and then going to the My Business tab, and then My Qualifications, and then there's a tab for Success Club. And just to give you some history on when I got started as a coach in, I guess, 2012. Yeah. Or no, 2011. And I remember having my Getting Started Right call with Scotty. Scotty Hobbs is my the person who sponsored me into the business. And I remember him bringing up Success Club. And I was like, oh, don't even tell me about that right now. I'm just, I'm not really even interested in doing anything that big with the business. Like, I didn't care what Diamond was. I didn't care what Success Club was. That was just like too much for me at that point. If you guys know my story about, like, I just wanted to get my nails done. I wanted to like sell a couple people P90X and help them on their journey. And that was it. I didn't know that I was capable of doing anything more than that. So I wasn't interested in hearing about it. So even though I said that, he still told me, well, let me just tell you what it is. Just write it down in your notes so that you'll know for later. And so he told me what Success Club was and told me that it is the most solid way to grow your business if you want to have a consistent business that's going to build little by little each month. So I kind of just put it, filed it away in the back of my head. And I did not start earning Success Club regularly until like more than a year into being a coach. And I've been a coach for almost 5 years. And you can see I've been consecutive in Success Club for 37 months. So just over 3 years. And well, right now it hasn't updated to show I'm 24 months. It will update next month. But I already have my Success Club 10 locked in for December. So I knew from day one, if I wanted to grow a business, I needed to hit Success Club. I didn't agree to do it on day one, but I knew that that's what it took. So this is one of my favorite quotes because, to be honest, thinking about Success Club All-Star or Success Club Legend was definitely really overwhelming to me. It was kind of like, oh crap, like how am I going to find that many people every month for that long? Like it just seemed like forever. Like there's no way. I don't have that many family members. I don't have that many people that like me. Like, are there really that many people that would ever want to know what 21 Day Fix is? Like it just seemed so overwhelming. But I just decided to take it 1 month at a time. So the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We've all heard that before. But in our situation, the journey to 24 months in Success Club starts with just 1 month. So I just said, all right, here we go. I've got 1 month. And then, the next month, all right, I've got 2 months. That's 2 months down out of my 12. And I just took it month by month. I didn't look at the entire big picture because otherwise I would just freak myself out and say, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to do it. Okay, win. Don't you love that picture of that little kid? Like, I see that used all the time. Okay, so in 2012, I didn't do the math to find out exactly which month was my first month to hit Success Club and keep it consecutive in 2012. But that's when I started my quest to becoming an SC5 All-Star. And at the time that I decided I was going to make Success Club 5 All-Star my goal, Legend wasn't even like an available option yet. It was just like it was just All-Star. That was it. So that's when I started getting Success Club 5 every month, and I never hit Success Club 10 ever. So from that time in 2012 until the end of 2013, I was hitting Success Club 5 or 6, 5 or 6 points every month. And I was struggling, like it was difficult for me, but I was getting there. And I was, reaching new people and having to really find ways to grow myself. And I was having to find ways to educate myself on how to grow my social media and how to grow my warm or my cold market. And those were all things that were part of my journey that I knew if this was a goal that I was going to keep and that I was going to really be committed to, I needed to continue to grow myself. So I was SC5 All-Star, and then the Leadership Retreat 2013 happened. And that was my very first leadership retreat. It was in 2013 in Laguna Beach, California. And this is what happened. I remember it so vividly, and you may have even seen this picture before, but there's a picture of me, Mike, and Scotty sitting in a hot tub. And everyone always thinks of Scotty and the hot tub, and that's always where he has his, deep, meaningful conversations with people. But anyways, we're sitting there in the hot tub, and this is my conversation with him. I said, okay, Scotty, so what else can I do to continue to grow my team and take things up a notch? Because at that point, I was not 5-star yet, but this was going to be my first year becoming an elite coach. At that point, I didn't have really anyone else on the team that was going to hit elite or premier yet. So I wanted to know what I could do as a leader to continue to grow my team and to continue to inspire them to follow in my footsteps. So he says, get SC10. And then I just looked at him like, okay, Scotty, I know that you've gotten SC10 since you signed up, and, that you have people just knocking down your door to get signed up, or, that's just what I thought. And I know that that's not the case. But he said, if you are serious, if this is it's fine to just continue on your SC5 All-Star goal. That's still a really amazing, awesome achievement. But you're asking me what else you can do to grow your business and to grow yourself. I'm challenging you to raise the bar to SC10. And that was in September of 2013. And I don't think I necessarily agreed at that point. I was hearing him, but I was not willing to accept that challenge just yet because I didn't have the belief. I was looking at my track record of hitting Success Club 5 for the last, let's say, 15 months in a row, probably. And I never had more than that. I never had SC8 or SC9. So I'm like, how am I going to go from hitting, 5 or 6 points a month to now getting 10 points, and not just 10 points for next month, 10 points for the next 12 months. So it took me a little time to really digest that and to really, believe that I could do that. And Mike, if you're there, I can't see you on my thing, but because you were there for this conversation, do you want to add anything about this? Okay, I guess I'll take that as a no. All right. So, well, the moral of the story is, okay, in December of 2013, so December of 2013 was the first month that I almost got successful. I decided that I was going to do it. I decided that it was going to be my goal. And this is another moment. It was like a pivotal moment in my business because I remember it clear as day. Mike and I were skiing. We were in North Carolina, and we were by the ski lift, and I don't even know why I checked my phone or, you know, why I looked at my back office, but it was the end of the month. It was like December 30th, probably. And I already had my Success Club locked in for, like, my Success Club 5 locked in for the month. And then I noticed that I had a challenge pack return. And I'm like, oh crap, because it's the 30th and now I just got deducted 2 points. What the heck am I going to do? So I turned to Mike and I said, we have to go. I'm sorry, but we have to go. And he's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? We just got here. We just bought our lift tickets. I'm like, yes, but Success Club, this is my business. And this is the basis of my business. I have to hit Success Club this month. We need to go. I need to get home. I need to talk to new people. I need to meet new people. I need to follow up with people who are still in limbo. And I need to get these points locked in. So through that moment of like being in such a panic, I was reaching out and following up to people and inviting people like I never had before. And if it wasn't for that challenge pack return, I would have had 10 points. But it proved to me that I could have done it, because it gave me the mental picture of what it takes to earn Success Club 10. Like, because I saw the amount of inviting and following up and stuff that I did versus what I would normally do for Success Club 5, because obviously it is a little bit more work to hit that goal. So because of that moment of panic, I ended up ending that December at like SC8, I guess. And then it just gave me the belief. It planted that seed to let me know, all right, Jen, you can do this. You just proved to yourself that you can get more than 5 or 6 points. And so then that January is when I decided SC10 All-Star was going to be my goal. So what's the difference maker? What's the difference between hitting Success Club 5 and hitting Success Club 10? I wish that there was like a super simple formula I could give you to tell you like, oh, all you need to do is do X, Y, Z. But basically, here's the thing. Number one, I set the goal. If you don't have that as your goal, like Success Club 10, then, you know, if you just say, oh, it'd be nice if I get to Success Club 10, more than likely you're not going to get it, because you're going to get to Success Club 5. You're going to do that big sigh of relief that we all do as soon as you hit your Success Club goal for the month, and your follow-ups and your invites are going to drop. You may not turn them off like altogether, but you're not going to have that same pursuit of the goal as you would if you were still trying to hit your goal. So to me, like, I needed to make it non-negotiable. I could not, like Success Club 5 is not even an available option in my mind. Like, it's Success Club 10 and above or nothing. So I know that we get that feeling of like you get Success Club and you want to just kind of coast, or you get Success Club and then you convince yourself in your mind like, okay, I got Success Club for myself, so now I'm gonna, you know, reach out to people in my team and help them get Success Club, and then you stop doing the things that got you to Success Club in the first place. So your activity goes down, your invites go down, you don't run that clean eating group or whatever because you already hit your goal. So you've got to make it a non-negotiable, whichever one it is, Success Club 5 or 10. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. It just depends on what your goals are for your business and, you know, how fast you want to grow your business. Okay, number 3, I visualized it every day. Some of you guys may have seen my phone. I actually had Success Club 10 All-Star as my phone background. I had it for every available option. Like, there's like a screensaver, a background, and something else, wallpaper or whatever. So I saw that thing all day, every day, Success Club 10 All-Star. So it was in my mind constantly. And there was not a day that went by that I didn't think about it because I saw it. It was in my face all the time. And number 4, I made it public. I knew that, why do I have a high-powered rifle in my hand? So I made it public, and I knew that people were going to hold me accountable. So Scotty was going to hold me accountable. My success partners in this business were going to hold me accountable, and my husband would. So it's important that whatever your goal is for Success Club, if All-Star is your goal, or Success Starter is your goal, or SC10 is your goal, you've got to make it public. There are some coaches, I'm not going to mention any names, but there are coaches on our team that have had goals of Success Club 10 Legend, and they have talked about letting it go because they're like, things are just really difficult this month. I'm just going to be fine with Success Club 5 for the rest of the year. It'll be fine. And they try to talk themselves down from their original goal. And because I knew and Mike knew what their big picture goal was of getting that legend status, we were able to talk them off the ledge and say, you can do this. You set this bar for yourself, and I know you can make it happen. So making your goals public is a super huge thing. Okay, I'm going to tell you some things that I learned during this journey, and then I'm also going to give you a couple of tips on ways that I personally hit Success Club every month. So what did I learn? The first thing is I learned that as a leader, you set the bar for your team. And I personally don't like to be the one that's the center of attention, or the one that, I don't like to be the one that sets the bar, basically, is what it comes down to. But I learned that I need to. I learned that people want that expectation. They want to know what my expectation is from them as a new coach. They want to know what my expectation is, from them as a new diamond coach even. So as a leader, you need to set that expectation for your team and let them know, look, this is where I'm at. These are the goals and achievements that I am setting for myself and that I am hitting every single month. If you want to be on the same path that I have taken, then these are the things that you need to do. And so I learned that I needed to put that out there. And I felt scared at first to do that because I didn't want to, scare people away and make them think that they had to do this or that it would never work. But I think that people appreciated knowing, that these are my non-negotiables so that they can make decisions for themselves, what they want to be committed to. Number 2, since I made my SC10 goal public, there are more fit family coaches hitting Success Club 10 and above. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with me or not. All I know is that before I was hitting Success Club 10, there was really nobody else hitting Success Club 10. Now we have 3 coaches that are going to be walking across stage at Summit next year as SC10 Legends. And we have a bunch that are also going to be Success Club 10 All-Stars. And that is something I am super proud of because those are really amazing achievements, and they are not something that everybody does. And it's just not a goal that everyone really stays committed to. And I don't know if you guys saw the post that Mike made where he shared Scotty's post on the Success Club 10 thing today. But he was talking about how a lot of the other goals in this business kind of relate to your team, like being a 1-star diamond or being an elite coach, being a premier coach. Those kinds of things reflect what you and your team are doing. But being a Success Club All-Star or Legend, that reflects what you are doing in this business. That reflects how many lives you're changing by getting people connected with a program or the business. So so it just comes down to what your productivity is on a personal level. So, okay, so more SC10 people. Number 3, you can do hard things if you decide you want to do them. Like I said in the beginning of the call, Success Club 10 scared the crap out of me. I did not believe that it was something I'd ever be able to do. And because of my history of being a habitual quitter, I was scared to put myself out there and fail in front of people. I was scared to put that goal out there and say, hey guys, I'm going to be SC10, and then, next month, have it be crickets. So I made the decision, I put it out there, and I believed in myself, and I just visualized it, and I never let myself let it go. Number 4, raising the bar for yourself is essential if you want to grow as a leader. And I think that when I went to Scotty at that first leadership retreat, when he told me I should raise the bar to SC10, I questioned him on that and kind of asked him, well, if I want my team to grow, what does that have to do with Success Club for myself? Which kind of ties into number 2 or number 1. But raising the bar, like I felt like things were maybe a little stagnant and not growing as much as I wanted them to. And so I needed to push myself and make myself a better leader and a stronger producer, a stronger recruiter, a stronger Success Club earner, which basically proved to the rest of the team, if Jen can do it, so can you. And so that's why I had to raise that bar for myself. And that's why I continue to do that every year. And now I kind of get scared when I ask Scotty that question, like, oh gosh, what is he gonna tell me I need to work on now? So, but I would challenge you guys. You guys are each leaders of your own organization, and you are the ones that are setting the bar for your team. And in very rare circumstances, will you have people that go above and beyond where you operate at, as a leader. So, it does happen. But for the most part, the bar that you set for yourself your team is going to operate under that bar. So you've got to decide what kind of team you want. All right. So let me go back here. Okay, so Mike, did you have anything to add about any of that before I talk about ways to bring Success Club? I told you that you were supposed to say stuff.
So I'm sitting here all comfortable. I just would like watching you. So, yeah. Anyways, no, I'll wait till the end. Unless you wanted me to just hit on that exact point.
No, that's fine. Okay, so ways that I personally hit success. I am a very interesting person because a lot of people are really organized and they have these great follow-up systems, and I will flat out tell you I struggle in that area, and I'm really great at posting videos for you guys to watch on how you can implement systems like that. But personally, here's what I do. I commit to doing invites every day for challenge groups and for the business opportunity. Hold on. Somebody with a phone. Okay, so I commit to doing a power hour, and invites are part of my job. And you guys have heard me talk about this before. I don't love doing invites. I really don't. Like, I would rather just post, funny selfies and workout pictures and pictures of me and Mikey and pictures of date night and coffee pictures. I enjoy all that stuff. And I enjoy helping other coaches to get their business running and help them to become successful with their business. I like helping people in their fitness journey. I don't love inviting though. And it's because it comes down to that core thing that none of us want rejection. But rejection is kind of inevitable when it comes to inviting people to your challenge groups or inviting them to watch a video on Shakeology or whatever it is. So for me, I have to think of it as something I'm doing as part of my job. You know, if you are a nurse or a paralegal or a cop or marketing or whatever it is that you do, I'm sure you have a list of job duties, job responsibilities that you have to do every day, or else you're going to get fired. And guess what? I'm not going to get fired from this job. So these are things that are non-negotiable that I have to run through every day, whether I like it or not. And that includes, for me personally, about 10 new invitations to a challenge group and 2 invitations to the coaching opportunity. So those are new conversations, not people that I am talking to again and again and again. I mean, I follow up as well, so that's a separate thing, but I'm talking about new conversations that you are starting with people. So you meet somebody new on Facebook, and for example, if I have a new police wife that sends me a friend request, hey, so glad to connect with you. I love connecting with new people who kind of understand our lifestyle. Thank you for friend requesting me. Just simple, a hello. That's all you need to do to just kind of get that conversation going. And then as long as you are sharing your journey on Facebook on what you're doing with your fitness and what coaching has done for you, then it's going to be kind of a natural progression for somebody to ask you if they're seeing your posts. We have, some other calls and stuff on more specific targeted things that you can do, but the basis comes down to that you have to be committed to inviting every day, finding new people to invite, and inviting to both to fitness and to the business opportunity. And it's not always fun. It's also a 7-day-a-week thing for me. Now, you guys have to make a decision for what kind of business you want. But I want my business to pay me 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So I show up to my business every day. And that is something that I learned in the beginning, is that it's going to be a lot of work in the beginning for not a lot of money, for a lot of money in the end for not as much work. So I have this big term picture because I've had leaders in front of me that have paved the way and created that vision. And so I know what I'm working for, and I'm willing to give up now. I'm willing to show up every day now because I know that it's a short-term sacrifice for a long-term reward. I'm watching Lindsay Matway right now being in Hawaii, like on a trip of a lifetime. Like, I'm sure that they have not even looked at what one thing costs. Like, I'm sure it's been anything goes. And those kind of things inspire me. And I want to be able to give that kind of life to Mikey. And, for us 3 to experience that as a family. And even like for Mike and I, we've always been very intentional about traveling together and having date nights and those kind of things. And in the beginning, like way before Beachbody and everything, like, we were always very budgeted and like only had a little bit of money that we can spend on our vacation. Like, we used to have to budget it out by the day, like $60 per day is what we could spend. And so, I think about that and I remember what that felt like. And I know what I want it to feel like, which is carefree and just being able to enjoy the opportunity to be in these places. And so, for you, you just need to figure out what that is for you and your family. It doesn't have to be travel or whatever, but that's what drives me. That's what makes it totally okay for me to wake up on Sunday and first thing I do is work out, jump on the computer, do my invites, follow up with people, and post about my groups. And it doesn't bother me because I know what I'm working towards. So to boil it down, I hit Success Club because I'm consistent. Somebody actually sent me a text message today, somebody that just signed up for my Police Wives Academy. She said, oh my gosh, I just read your story. What's your secret? I promise you what I sent back to her was, my secret is that I'm consistent. Most people are quitters. I said on slide 1 that I'm a quitter, but I didn't quit on this. I didn't give up on this. When I first started with Beachbody, they didn't have the 3 vital behaviors. They had something they called the game plan, and it had 12 things. The last thing on the list was be here in a year. And I took that to heart. And I wish that they still had that as part of their, part of their spiel, because I think that so many people quit too early, and they do that both in their fitness journey and in the business. It's like you work so hard and you gain a little bit of momentum, and then you're like, oh, I had some people say no to me, so I must not be cut out for this. But I committed to myself to be here in a year, and my first year sucked. I made like $700. I maybe got Success Club once or twice, and I didn't really have that great of success to show for it. But, I was there. I loved the people. I loved the relationships I was building. I loved the person that I was becoming. And I saw that vision of what this could become. So I never quit. I never gave up. I've never thought about it ever. So that, I think, is my secret to success, is that consistency. And like I said, not just in Beachbody, but in anything, people are quitters. So if you can commit to just outlasting, just showing up and being there when other people are quitting, you're the one that's going to be there when your friend is ready. You're the one that's going to be there when you've got friends or family that have told you no in the past, and now they're like, oh, well, maybe I do need to take care of my health. So make sure that you're there for them. And that's all I got for you. So thank you guys for being on tonight, and I hope that helped and inspired you guys, and that's all. Were you going to say anything, or you're still not going to?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
and
I didn't
tell
know
them about the call we're going to have on the 4th.
What?
Tell them about the call on the 4th.
I didn't know if I was going to get like this long introduction or anything with all my accolades.
We don't do that here.
I guess I'm around most people that know me, so I need no introduction. So anyways, no, before you start logging off, no, seriously, don't run away. I'll keep it under 2 hours. No, I'm just kidding again. So gosh, I've really missed being on the calls. It's been like 7 months, or at least 6 months, because I've been at the academy every Monday night. So this is my first Monday night I've been home since July. So really happy to be back on the call with everybody. Real quick, we talked about it today in our accountability group that Jen and and I see Nicole on here, she's in as well. Finding that niche and really honing in on the people you want to speak with is going to be so important. When you set up, Success Club 10 is a great goal, but you've got to know how to get there. For example, a marathon or even a half marathon, or for Jen or for me and Jen, our marathon's a 10K. So you've got to set up some quadrants and some stepping stones on how you're going to get to Success Club 10. So Jim Rohn discusses in his network marketing book, he discusses about knowing how many people you need to speak to before you can get a good qualified sale. So if you need to speak to every 10 people, you get one person, and you need to get 5 people to make Success Club 10, well, you better know that you're speaking to 50 people or need to speak to 50 people. So just don't set out a goal to speak to 50 people, because what will happen is you'll get to the 20th of the month and realize you've spoken to 10. So set those goals. The month is Success Club 10. Break up your goals by where you want to be each week, and set up your goals by where you want to be, let's say, by the 10th or the 15th. We used to practice this thing in Fit Family, and we'll probably bring it back after the new year, is the goal of getting Success Club by the 10th of every month. We used to call it Success Club by the 10th. And that way the hard part was out of the way. You met 3 people, got them out of the way, so you've got another half of the month or more of the month, or 3/4 of the month to get some good qualified leads, or to add to those numbers. But making sure that you have a plan on who you're reaching, making sure that you're always adding new people to your market. If, let's say, you have 100 friends on your Facebook feed, and every single month you're saying the same thing to the same people, believe it or not, you're going to get the same likes. So you're never going to get a different like because it's going to be from the same people. In fact, they'll probably stop liking it just because they've already seen this before. You'd be very surprised how many Beachbody coaches will recirculate old posts just because they're a couple of years old and they've got a completely different market than they did then. So this is something to really think about as you're going to average on. I did want to give a quick shout out. I see Chris. Chris is a brand new coach with us. So welcome to the call, brother. I mean, brand new, like hours, all right? Couple of, like 48 hours old. So welcome to the call. So just, those are the kind of things. Being on these calls the week of Christmas, you see, we've got a team of 11,000 people, got 11 people on the call. But of course, now you'll have a lot of people that listen to listen to the replays. But just taking the initiatives and making sure that you're on the calls, listening to the replays, being on the wake-up calls, you'll find, and this is what I'll end with, you'll find, and I never believed this for years, but you'll find that where your heart is and what your belief is actually where your business will come. I find, and I can see it even today, coaches that start to step back or maybe don't give the attention their business deserves, their business starts to slack off. You always can tell when someone's doing bad in their business. They're not responding. They're not talking to you on Facebook. They're kind of hiding, and then they do these things where they like hide. And it's like, well, where are you at? Well, I'm not getting Success Club. So in the event when you feel like you're doing the worst is when you need to be out there the most. Scotty Hobbs teaches, who's our upline, Scotty Hobbs teaches if you want to learn something, you better get out there and teach. So if you're a person saying, I do not know how to find people to add to my market, you better be out there just paying it forward and just talking to people about adding to their market. You'll find that just those positive affirmations is going to help attract the right kind of people. In fact, I saw this thing that Jenna just posted on her wall about doing an office thing for her group, and one of our coaches posted, "Oh, I love to do this." Well, this is a great opportunity for you to go out there and do that same thing. So not always waiting for what someone else is going to do, but go out there. If you see something that you like, pay it forward and do it. Remember, the reason why Scotty Hobbs signed up with Lindsay Matway is because he believed that she was the number one coach, because she portrayed herself as the number one coach. She was only a diamond or maybe a one-star diamond when Scotty signed up. But because she had that belief and she portrayed herself. So that means every single person on here has that exact same ability to portray themselves as what they want to be. So if you want to be that Success Club 10 legend, do what Jennifer did. Post it on your phone. Post it on your wall. Give yourself that affirmation. Scotty even said when he made top 4 in the company last year, the year before, they said, how did it feel when you made top 10? He said it didn't feel like anything because I told myself January 1st I was going to be top 10. So when you told me I was top 10, I was just getting the affirmation I already knew. I already knew I was top 10. So you've got to have that kind of belief, not that it would be nice. Well, it's already the 21st and, people are going to be slowing down. No. Jennifer had Success Club 2 4 days ago, and now she's at 12. So it's just doing those correct. So the same exact things can happen. Right now, anyone in this room could bang out Success Club 10, 5 people. Just 5 human beings to join a January, first of the year January challenge group. It comes down to your belief of, do you believe you can reach 5 quality people in the next 10 days? It doesn't become down to whether they're going to sign. It comes down to, you believe you can sign them. Jennifer achieves the things that nobody, including myself, understands how she does. Don't know how she does it. I really, really don't. But she has that belief, and she really just sets out, and she goes for a level of expectation. She sets up for success every morning. She does the things that she knows is necessary, so she comes with what I talk about as an expecting heart. She knows that she's filled her. I use an example of the fisherman a lot. She's filled up her boat with gas. She's kept her boat clean. She got the correct fish to go out fishing, deep sea fishing. She got in the boat. She went at the right time, and she threw her nets in, and she sat out there, and she knows when she reels in the net, she's going to have a harvest. The reason she's going to have the harvest because she did everything correctly. And even though she may not have a harvest on the first time, she's done it month after month after month, regardless of the day. She puts time in this business every day. There's no Monday through Friday. It's Sunday through Sunday, 365. Scotty said in an email that he wrote out a couple weeks ago when he sent out a call to action on Thanksgiving. He said, Beachbody is not my job. I made something I don't have to run from. Why do I want to unplug from something I love doing? So now I told Nicole this morning, now if you're completely off of Facebook and you've completely shut down and you're eating twigs and berries in the wilderness, then I understand why you're not talking to people about your Beachbody business. But it's funny, people unplug on the weekends, but yet all they're doing is wasting time on Facebook. Instead of giving you an invite to change somebody's life, they're checking someone's news feed, liking other people's awesomeness. You have to understand that you're the awesomeness you want people to like. You need to stop going out and liking other people's and get people to like yours. The only reason why you should be out there liking is to get the likes in return. So you've got to believe that you can be the person that gets the likes, not just goes out and likes. So that's what I had. That's it for me. Oh, one last thing. One more thing. Like it says on the show that I watch. One more thing. January 4th. 4th, right, Jen?
Yep.
Yes. January 4th, we are actually going to have someone who do a guest speaker. He's a good friend of ours. He is actually a behavioral psychologist, and what he specializes in is helping people determine what their personality types are, and even more importantly, how to discuss with people of different personality types. So he uses a profile, and you guys can look this up. It's called the DISC profile. Most companies that are high companies use it. It's called DISC. You can look it up, and it'll actually teach you how to go across and understand the person that you're talking to. So he's going to go on and he's going to do this webinar for free, and it's going to be on our Monday night call. And basically, if you're talking to someone who's an introvert like Jennifer, but you're very much an extrovert like I am, you've got to be able to identify Jennifer's personality type, because if I were to just come to her like I would someone with my same personality type, she would kind of hunker down and I would never be able to reach her. So what this person's going to do is he's going to teach us how to reach people of other personality types and identify those personality types right away. So I'm really excited about that call. Make sure you set your calendars. It's the first week in January. We'll have more in the board about that, but you heard it here first. So that's what I had.
And it's really cool because it helps just in relationships in general. Like when Mike and I first met with him to talk about the profiles, it helped us understand each other better and know that he processes information one way and I process information another. And so it just kind of helps, communication and things in general, not just in sales and stuff. So it'll be super helpful. So that's all we had for tonight, but I just want to end the call by just encouraging you to know that regardless of what your Success Club history has been so far in this business, you can start this month with your journey to being a Success Club All-Star. You don't have to have started from day one. I mean, for me, like I told you, I was very hit and miss my first year and a half in this business. And then I decided, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to hit Success Club and I'm going to be somebody in this business. And so it's up to you when that time is. So if you've gotten Success Club off and on, or if you've never gotten Success Club, you can say December is my month. December is when I'm going to make that decision.
And I'll give you a really good point real quick before I'm done about paying it forward. Case in point, you'll see people asking the group all the time if there's a new Coach Basics Academy start, right? The next time you find yourself asking, post in the board that you're opening one. That's the kind of person that's going to be a leader. That's going to be your future diamond coach. That's going to be your future star diamond coach. The next time you find yourself going, you know what, I wonder if there's going to be a Coach Basics Academy. Go ahead and make it. Post in the board that you got one starting. I bet you get 10 people join with you. You know what I mean? Be that leader that people want to follow. Don't wait for someone to bring you the food. Say, I'm going out there and I'm going to do my own. I'm going to get my own green food. So anyways, I wanted to add that into that. So, okay, that's it for me.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so thank you guys for being on tonight. I appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing week. I'll post the YouTube link for this, so make sure you share with your teams. And if you do have any takeaways, I would love for you to post it in the thread in our team page. So, all right, guys, good night. Thanks for being on. See you later.